Hello everyone, it's me nirex, and welcome back to Beginner C++ Programming Tutorial. So, in the last video we talked a little bit about projects and solutions, and you learned how to create your own project and your own solution and your own source files, or rather, files. Could be any kind of file. Okay, so in this video we will be talking a little bit about data types, what they are to us, what they are to computers, and how they work. So we humans are not absolute idiots, unlike computers. When we say something like 2, everybody who's watching this video will automatically understand what I'm talking about. What is 2? It's a number, it's a digit. So when I say 2, everybody absolutely understands what it is. What if I say something like Mike 002? Everybody knows, or everybody at least has an idea of what this might be. This could be a username. This could be an email. This could be something. Okay? So we humans are not absolute garbage brains, unlike computers. Now, computers don't really understand what it is when I say 2. I have to tell it what I mean and what 2 is. If I say 2 plus 1, 5, 2 plus 15, 2.15, again, it doesn't understand. It cannot look the same way it does to 2 as it does to 2.15. So it's all different for computers. Everything is, in another way. Now, data types are ways for us to tell computers what everything is. Okay? So this guy right here, what is it? It's an integer number. Computers know this as int. This dude right here is a number with a floating point. Computers know this as float. And that's how computers basically work. So in order for me to make a computer understand what 2 is, I need to tell it what type it has. Now let's go to Visual Studio and test this ourselves. So I can just say 2. Now, as you can see, let me just zoom it in a little bit. It's giving me an error. Okay? It's just giving me an error. Because we don't really get what 2 is. And don't worry about it. We will go over all that error, declaration error and all that good stuff in the next video. I will exactly tell you exactly and absolutely what everything is. Right now, we're only caring about the data types. So we have a couple of data types. I'm just going to type them. We will learn what these are in the next video. So int, as I said right here, int is for normal numbers, for integer numbers. We have more. If I say something like I equals, or let's say j equals 5, it's going to give me an error. I need to give it a type. We will talk about this in the next video. So I should say, I should always declare the type of the thing I'm telling a computer to hold for me. So I'm telling him to hold, or telling it rather, to hold a 2 for me, but how does it hold a 2? It should hold it as an integer number. I can also say it, hold 2 for me as a floating point number, a number with a floating point. There are a couple of more data types that are very important for us to learn. It's a double, which again holds a floating point number. We will talk about the difference between these two when we get to pointers, not just yet. So floating points, doubles, integers, characters, which is something like this. Character can hold a single character value. We also have something else called a Boolean, or just a simple bool, which holds a true value or a false value. Really up to you what to put in it. And that's basically the the most important 5 data types that you will be working with in this entire course. Okay, these are the bare bones. This is the basics of C++. These are what make everything up. So, and these are what we're going to use to create almost everything we're going to create. Okay? There are other types. They're more important. They're not more important types, but yeah, there are other kind of types that we can use. But these are the most important ones. And that's basically it. So when we want to declare something for our compiler, for our language to understand, we should use a kind of a data type. Now, if you're coming from a language like Python, this might be something very new to you. In Python, we can just say a equals 2, and we don't have a problem with that. But here, we have a problem. Again, we will talk about that too in the next video. For now, all you need to know is that data types are required for a computer to understand what something is. If I don't give it a data type, the computer is like, what the hell? I don't know what I'm doing. So if you don't want your computer to freak out, you use data types. And we will talk a lot more about data types and how they differ. For instance, these two guys, how they differ when you reach the pointers and the subject of pointers. And so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, maybe leave a comment. If you really enjoyed it, do subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And see you guys in the next one.